What's Sean McVay's message been to the team this week?
We're enough. What we've done this season, we're here for a reason. And everyone that's in this facility, on this field, coaches, players, staff, whatever it is, we're enough, to get the job done. And so really, three phases of football, right? Defense, special teams, offense. When we play our style of ball, we're hard to beat. And so really just doing us, man. Finishing up with a good practice today. A little walkthrough tomorrow before we hit the plane, but really just being us, man, and go and have fun, bringing the energy, execution, and it's going to be a great day.
I thought you meant wear enough, as in layered clothing. I thought that's what that's what you meant by.
It's going to be a little chilly, but there's a lot of guys, from the Midwest.
Yeah, I was about to say, Blake, you know what? I was saying that the other day, when, here comes, will they be able to run the ball in the cold? There's somebody who's played in some big time football games in the cold and flurries. I know that. I know one of those guys. I'm looking at him right here on the screen, right?
100%, Rich. 100%. Ain't no worried about how cold it may be.
Well, I mean, apparently though, it's supposed to feel like -1, Blake, and now you're a Southern California guy. We've all had our blood thinned out. I mean, what are you and the rest of the team saying about this narrative that's going around that the weather is going to put a stop to what you guys are able to do offensively, along with the Bears defense who can take the ball away, Blake?
Yeah, it's bogus. It's bogus. I do believe, the Bears team in general, I think they're a phenomenal team. But in terms of, the weather impacting this game, it's bogus. We're going there. They had to plan it just like us. Like I said, a lot of the guys that are from the Midwest, East Coast, where it gets cold. And so we're just going to go play our style of ball, man. We're not worried about, how cold it may be, -1, whatever the weather's going to be is going to be, right? And so, we just know we're going to go in there, have fun, play our style of ball and, let everything else take care of it.
Okay. Puka's not going to be cold. You know what I mean? Like that. Devontae, listen, he wore shiesty indoors to Detroit, when you were coming out of college 2 years ago, because he thought that the Lions played outdoors, bless him. But, I mean, Adams obviously has experience playing in Chicago. So does your quarterback.
100%. Hey, no worries over here. Okay. Yeah, no worries over here.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Blake Corum here on the Rich Eisen Show. Has McVay said anything, or anybody in the locker room said anything about the way Ben Johnson has been talking about the Packers and Matt LaFleur's name being in his mouth and his introductory press conference, and his actual brother is your offensive coordinator, and Sean McVay's tight with Matt? Any conversation in the locker room noticing that back and forth at all, Blake?
No, I haven't heard any conversation about Ben Johnson, Matt and Mike. Haven't heard anything in the locker room about that. I think we're just focused on us right now.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to ask that. Damn it! I've been trying to stir that up, Blake. I'm not gonna.
You really have.
Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the idea that the Rams can also potentially host an NFC Championship game, like you could take the field knowing, based on the Saturday result, that you come home. Is that something that you guys have talked about, mentioned, anything of that nature, Blake?
Honestly, Rich, we haven't talked about what's next at all. I think, we're totally, locked in on learning from, some things we can learn from our game versus the Panthers. And really just, we've been locked in all week. It's been a heck of a week of practice. So I really think we're standing where our feet are. We're being where our feet are right now in the moment. And really, getting ready, for the Bears. Good defense, great offense, with Caleb leading the way, and preparing for Sunday night.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.